YouTube, Relax Godfolk, how's it going? Sorry for the lighting, but this is kind of the mood of the evening. I'm 3 sheets to the wind right now, thanks to me running into DOS American Atheist and Casper, or Jasper, and some other famous YouTubers in the liquor store. And DOS James recommended to me Boyd and Blair potato vodka. I normally drink Grey Goose or Stoli's vodka if I'm drinking vodka. It's not my first pick, but he said that this was the best vodka out there, and so you have to drink a bottle and drink it on the rocks to see if he's right. It's the only way. And I'd have to say it's quite good. Quite good. I like it very much. I don't know if I like it more than Grey Goose, which I think is excellent. So I'm going to drink a bottle of Grey Goose next week and see what I think. Anyway, Mistress Arte tagged me for the poem challenge, and this is very cool because I really haven't read poetry or thought about it much, other than sometimes when I'm in the woods, for many, many years, but I've always loved poetry. I'm going to do this in one take, by the way, partially because I'm drunk, but forgive me blabbering. But I used to love poetry. I began loving poetry in high school. I went to a Catholic high school. It was very kind of formal and strict, and we had a brother there in 9th grade, and this guy was like one step from the grave. He looked like a skeleton. His name was Brother Anselm, and I went to Central Catholic for 2 years until I was asked to leave in Pittsburgh. And he taught us a lot of poetry, and he made us memorize a lot of poems, and I was completely immersed in it. I absolutely loved it. In terms of favorite poem tag, I'm going to give you 2. One is his favorite poem, and one is mine. So first, Brother Anselm said, poetry are the best words in the best order. And the best poem is a eulogy written in a country churchyard by Thomas Gray. And therefore, these are the best words in the best order for the English language that you will find anywhere. It's long. I'm not going to read the whole thing here. But I'll just read a little bit from the beginning, and I'll pick and choose some portions of it here. And hopefully I don't get this too bad, because I've had more than one of these. Actually, oh shit, I am done. Okay, here we go. Eulogy written in a country churchyard, Thomas Gray. The curfew tolls the knell of parting day. The lowing herd winds slowly o'er the lea. The ploughman homeward plods his weary way, and leaves the world to darkness and to me. Now fades the glimmering landscape on the sight, and all the air in solemn stillness holds, save where the beetle wields his droning flight, and drowse twinkling lulls the distant folds. Save from yonder ivory mantle tower, the moping owl does to the moon complain of such a wandering near her sacred bower, molest her ancient solitary reign. Beneath those rugged elms that Yule trees shade, where heaves the turf in many a mouldering heap, each in his narrow cell forever laid, the rude forefathers of Hamlet sleep. I like that verse. Alright, hold on. Perhaps in this neglected spot is laid some heart once pregnant with celestial fire, as I am. Hands that the rod of empire might have swayed, or weighed to the ecstasy of living lyre. But knowledge to their eyes, her ample page, rich with the spoils of time, did ne'er untold. Till penury repressed their noble rage, and froze the genial current of the soul. Wow. There's a lot more, so go look that one up if you're interested. But if you're into poetry and that doesn't get you pumping, I don't know what would. So that's a classic for sure. Okay, my poem. Here's a poem I learned in 9th grade. Quite some time ago. I'm 35 years old now. And I've never forgot this poem. It was actually quite amazing. I won't think of it for years at times. And I'll remember it almost verbatim. And yeah, I don't know that I necessarily think it's the best poem ever written, but it's meaningful to me. And when I spend a lot of time in the woods, and I love my time in the woods when it's snowing and quiet and calm and peaceful, and oh my gosh, I mean, if there is heaven on earth, that is it. And I always think of this poem in those situations. So, okay, I'm just looking at the name here. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Now I'm not going to look at it. I really haven't looked at it since ninth grade, so it may not be exactly correct. But here it goes. Whose woodsies are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He would not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, beneath the woods and frozen lake, the darkest eve of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake, to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downward flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. You better believe that's true, brother. Thank you, Mistress. Peace.